Hi everybody. In this short video, we're going to look at Microsoft's Advanced Threat Analytics, ATA. This short video is aimed at level 100. It's from the book Cloud at the Sea Level. And if you're following these video series from the book, 3 quick data points for us. Service name is ATA. It's an on-prem solution for on-prem endpoints. So we're just having a look at the ATA console. It's installed on a server called ATA in my environment. It knows about a couple of domain controllers. It knows about DC1 and it can tell me information about DC1 that we're going to have a look at in a second. But what we're going to start off with first of all is we are going to go to a Windows 10 device. And on the Windows 10 device, we're just going to have do a little reconnaissance around the environment. So one of the things that ATA looks and checks for a whole bunch of things, but if I were to do NSLOKUP, NS lookup, and it's found the domain, and I just say bitc.local, which is my domain, and it says, hey, look, here are 3 domain controllers in the environment. Just gone and done a bit of NS lookup and found about the environment. So if I were to say net user /domain, and it brings up the users for the domain. And if I say net user ADMINIS2AT administrator domain, it goes and finds out a little bit about the administrator, you know, what groups they're in, etc. And if I were to lastly just say net ACC net accounts domain, it will, you know, tell me what the minimum maximum password age, etc, etc. So if I say net user bad guy 3, because I've no imagination, that has to go into inverted commas, and I just say bad guy 3 PASSWORD boop, and /add/domain. And so that's after creating a new user bad guy 3. So let's spin over to ATA and see what it looks like on ATA. So when I go to log in, bitc /ADMINIS administrator. First thing that I'm going to see is my activity just hasn't popped in just yet. I'm just going to give it 1 sec. And you can see the alert has just come in. So there's reconnaissance using directory services. It's come in the last 2 minutes. And it's really simple. It just says, hey, look, the administrator with suspicious activity, and it's a sensitive account on this desktop, is after doing a directory services enumeration. And straight away, it's going to say, hey, look, these are the recommendations. Go and disconnect this machine from the network and run some forensics on it. So I can put in a note, you know, this does not look normal. We'll go and verify. I can, you know, export to Excel, and I can come in and have a look at exactly what the details are. And the details, you know, tells me exactly the machine, the account, where it went to. And then just to kind of give you some idea of the power of it is, if I go to the administrator, it will tell me the groups that the administrator is in. And then it will go and it will tell me these are machines that were recently accessed by this user. And then these are resources that were recently accessed. So if, for example, you know, we see that the machine, we just identify nefarious activity by this user on this machine, I can really quickly go and pivot and see, where it was last seen, the machines it was seen on, the resources it went to access. And, I can see, for example, my account information and, is there suspicious activity? And yes, there has been suspicious activity. And if I pivot onto the desktop that it happened again, you can see, for example, it will also show me again users who logged on to this, resources that they accessed, so I can go and try and work out what that chain is, and I can go into suspicious activity from it. If there were things like directory changes or anything unusual about the box, and then this all happened on DC1. So if we go to DC1, were there any directory changes? Was there suspicious activity? So it turns out there has been suspicious activity, and I can go and have a look at the account information. Now, it's also after saying that it has recently learned about 3 users. 3 users have just been created. And so if I just say BAD, bad guy, and there's bad guy 3 that was created, and it tells me exactly when it was created, and that's going to match with the problematic activity, and it really gives me a good starting point to get in and understand what this attack might look like. And then just lastly, to kind of bring this full circle and understand an alert happened in ATA, what other part of the stack of the Microsoft suite is in play here. So I'm just sitting inside OMS, the Operations Management Suite, and here's security and audit. So if I spin over to security and audit, an amazing resource to show me, threat intelligence, computers failing to log in, accounts failing to log in, updates, etc. And you can see here that there is a suspicious activity count. So when I highlight, go into suspicious activity account, you can see that the suspicious activity is on ATA, Born in the Clouds ATA machine, and you can see the alert has bubbled up into ATA, and it's sitting in play, for me to go and detect, respond, etc. So what you've seen in this video is an on-prem installation of ATA, a user doing reconnaissance, which is part of the attack mode. The reconnaissance has been picked up on the ATA center, and in the operations management suite, it's also been picked up there, and we can easily report and manage on it there. Thanks very much for watching.